Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here as the recording of this Monday, September 19th, 2022. This is my rental car. Taking it back, dropping it off at the rental car company at John Wayne Airport, Santa Ana. Hopping on a flight, direct route, no layovers, to Salt Lake City. This is the hotel I stayed at in La Palma, I believe it is, right on the threshold of Buena Park, Orange County, not far from Anaheim and Disneyland. A little bit of a stretch up to LA. Was here for 2 weeks, exactly 14 days. Stayed in this hotel right here. And now, going to Salt Lake. SLC, I'm on my way. I do not remember what airline I'm flying. More on that later. I got like an hour and a half to the plane board, so I gotta get going. I'm inviting you to join me on this trek. Shall you? You can see the reflection of my camera in the glasses. I'm getting moving. There is a little bit of dew on the windshield. Well, for now there is. Now it has been removed. I'm flying out of Delta. Board's at 9:30. Flight departs at 10:10. And it's now 7:56. If I was flying out of LAX, I'd be a little worried. But Santa Ana, it's pretty easy to get in and out of there. At this time of day, it's showing 37 minutes, 16 miles. Punching that in. And that is what the road is looking like, bird's eye. So right down the 5, over to Irvine, and out of Orange County. 7:56. Oh, I'll be fine. And must fuel up before returning a rental car. If you don't, it's frowned upon and they charge you a little bit more than $5.69 per gallon. So filling it up for dropping it off right outside the airport here at this mobile. Made it into the catacombs of SNA. Returning the rental car down here, somewhere. This way. The catacombs. Half hour till boarding starts, and an hour and 10 minutes till the plane departs Salt Lake. I think I got this. It's like that sign fell off the wall. It's supposed to be up there, but it's on the ground there. Doesn't look like too long of a line over there. And departures right up here. Says, oh, you know what? I'm glad I didn't do the 11:40 departure because that one's delayed. But the 10:10 is on time. Flight 2724, gate 4. Now I had thought about choosing the little later flight to give me a little more time on Southwest, but I went with Delta a little earlier. Glad I did because the flight 1176 out of Southwest is delayed. But mine on Delta, gate 4, right on time. And there's no line to get through the checkpoint. Looks like a grand total of 2 gentlemen in front of me. This is the pre-check over here, which I don't have, but regular. No one in front of me. All right, so at this airport, the checkpoint, you have to take your laptop out, external keyboard out, put it in a tray. Also, in a tray must be my shoes, my phone, my camera, also my belt, which I have already put my belt back on. But you gotta take the shoes off. Each airport's a little bit different. Each checkpoint's a little bit different, but it's pretty easy. I was in and out, in through the checkpoint in like 10 minutes. So I gotta put this back in here, and then remind myself which gate I gotta go to, and then boarding happens soon. Put my shoes back on too. Probably should untie these and put these back on. Yeah, definitely a much smaller airport than Los Angeles International, LAX. Quite a few different airlines that fly out of here as well. All right, I gotta head over to gate 4. There is a Ruby's Diner over here. Take a look up here. This little airplane from the roof. And then it says fly TWA to Los Angeles, Vegas, Miami. A little martini glass. I'm not gonna get a meal or anything, but I always like this little rubies in here. And a couple little snack stands. And if you wanted to get some Orange County merchandise, they have socks and little bags. This is my last chance to get anything California merchandise-wise, because I am now going to be going to Utah as my next destination. Of course, this says LA. And one thing that's gonna be really nice about this, look at all the Dodger stuff, but then like one lonely Angels. Also, speaking of the baseball season, Rays are doing really good. I think they're still gonna, I think they're gonna get the wild card spot. I think there's 16 games left as of recording us of the regular season. I am excited about October. Let me tell you, I'm pretty dang excited for the Rays to be in the postseason, unless something goes off the rails between now and then. Inside this McDonald's, you got some Orange County stuff. Bowers Museum, you got the museum at Irvine, you got the Big A at Angel Stadium over there. Now I can't tell if this is my plane that I'm getting on. That is gate 4, where boarding will begin in just a few minutes, but it hasn't pulled up to the front. I'm just gonna say that's probably my plane. I have a window seat. I can't remember what side it's on, but I have a window seat. I always try to get a window seat just so I can like film out the side of the window and can lean my head up against the side of the, you know, side of the wall in the window and get a little rest. But usually so I can look out. I always like takeoff and landing. I think that might be my plane right there. I'll walk over there and see. And as appealing and tempting as a coffee is right here from the California, or the coffee, bean, and tea, which I really like. I usually don't get coffee before I get on a plane because I want to get up and down to go to the restroom. So I usually wait till I'm halfway through the flight when they bring the service down. Okay, this is interesting. It has the little taxi pushback, you know, little tugboat item here at the end. So I'm not really sure. Maybe this is not my plane at gate 4. I mean, it says gate 4, but I can't tell because it looks like it's ready to push back unless everyone's already boarded without me. I hope not. All right, quick change. I have been transferred from gate 4 to gate 2. Not quick change, the Bill Murray movie that he dresses like a clown and like robs the bank. Just a quick change on my, you know, flight gate. Okay, this looks a lot more like what I'm kind of looking for. They're loading the luggage on, they're getting everything ready, they're preparing for flight, and I don't have the little tugboat thing to push back. This is it. It's been moved over from 4 to gate 2. Delta. Still have a window seat. Now the interesting thing about this runway is when I take off, it kind of goes straight up and then the engine's cut because I think there's like a noise ordinance or something. Oh, look at this, there's like this little plane coming in about to land. So small planes also land in here. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but it'll take off and then it'll go almost like a very, very steep takeoff. And then they'll cut the engines for a minute and then not restart it, but the engine will just kind of shut down for just a brief moment. So it's kind of unusual feeling when you fly out of Santa Ana. And here's a lower view down at my plane that's being prepared to board.
Our flight this morning, we are in a situation with a weight and balance issue based on the runway that we're going to take off this aircraft and the amount of cargo back that we have with the passenger amount. We go for 156 on this flight and we're only allowed to go for 135. Otherwise,
wow, this might be overbooked.
So I do need your help, ladies and gentlemen. We do not want to cancel the whole plane. We need about at least 15 to 20 passengers.
15 people cannot. They're asking 15 people not to get on the plane and get on the next one.
Reschedule your flight to a later time, especially if you only go to Salt Lake City.
Okay, they're offering $600 credit for anyone that does that. I think I'd just rather get to my destination than take the 600 bucks. It's just my own personal preference. I think I'm just gonna get on this plane. Yeah, down there is where I was standing when I was showing it from the lower thing. So basically they need 15 people to volunteer to go to like a 3 o'clock flight, which is like, you know, 4 hours from now. But they will compensate a $600 credit. It's a pretty good deal, but I don't really want to wait around this airport for 3 extra hours, so I'm not gonna take that deal. I'm gonna get on the plane. But it looks like there's like over here to the far right it looks like there's at least, you know, a dozen or more people. So I think people are kind of jumping on that. It does make sense. It's a pretty good deal. They need 15 people to volunteer. I think they're going to get it. Now I am sitting in seat 19F, and I guess the plane wasn't overbooked. It's just too heavy. So they need 15 people to not get on it with their luggage. So there might be some empty seats. It wasn't overbooked. There's just too much weight with everyone on here and luggage, which that's kind of interesting, right?
A completely full flight, so we do ask that you store your luggage, placing your smaller item underneath the seat in front of you, leaving the overhead bins for larger rollerboards and
space as you're coming down. And if the bin is closed, it means it's full. So, and then also bags, they go on their side like a book. Thank you.
Minutes of flying time. Should still get you there on time. We push pretty much, even though we're pushing a few minutes late. We do have an anomaly today. We've got to start an engine at the gate that might slow us down a little bit as well. So bear with us on that, and hopefully we'll get on our way there to Salt Lake City. Weather there is nice and clear skies, and it's currently in the low 80s. Thank you.
Passengers, we are looking for 3 individuals that have flexible plans today at $800 to please get off.
They're now offering
$800 is great for the holidays. You get an American Express card or whatever card of your
If I were to get off the plane right now, I would get $800.
Whatever you're into, $800. We are ready to book you on the 5 o'clock flight.
Ooh, 5 o'clock. That's like 6 hours from now. No, I know this is not what happened, but it looks like the Sky Chef's vehicle has been pulled over. Maybe speeding on the runway. That's what it looks like anyway. To take off at 10:10. It's 10:45 now, so 35 minutes late on the takeoff. Takeoff. I am just right on the wing. Shut off. So you got the ascension, and then there should be a little pause. There it is. Okay, there it was right there. Yeah, the engine just slowed down. U-turn over the ocean, I think. Down there, making a big turn, look at that.
So the captain has to sign off. Welcome aboard.
Well, check it out down there. There's Angel Stadium. Big A.
25 minutes or so. Beautiful day down there. Winds out of the south about 12 miles an hour. Clear skies. It's around 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Got seatbelt sign on. Please comply with that for the short duration of flight. Plane gate of arrival is in the Alpha 9 in the ACON course. We sure appreciate your visit today. Sorry about the late arrival. And at this time, I'd like to ask the flight that's present.
The Salt Lake City area. At this time, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened.
Fascinating to see a lightning bolt hit one of those lightning rods.
Tables to the original upright and locked positions, and check to be certain that all carry-on items have been securely stowed. Flight attendants will be passing through the aisles to collect our remaining cups and glasses. We will be landing momentarily.
Adjustments on the wing here. Check that out. Creating a little bit of turbulence. Very bouncy. Okay, opening up those grids a little wider. That thing is just shaking crazy. Moments away. Touchdown. Going back to its normal positions. So fascinating. Technology amazes me.
It is a pleasure to welcome you to Salt Lake City. terminating point of our flight. It will be necessary for all passengers to remain seated until the captain has parked the aircraft securely at the gate and turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will then be your only indication that it will be safe to move about the cabin to collect your personal belongings. While retrieving items from the overhead bin, to exercise caution, as items have a tendency to shift during flight. Since you'll be leaving here, please check around for all items that you brought on board. For those passengers needing assistance with baggage claim or with connecting flights, a Delta agent will be greeting this flight to answer those questions for you. It has been our pleasure serving you. Have a safe and pleasant stay here in the Salt Lake City area and to all further destinations.
Looks like A9 is where we're going to be parked. A9. Good angle from here to see everything that's going on down there. A little behind the scenes parking the plane. And everything I had today was carry-on. I didn't have to check any luggage. My bag is right above my head in the overhead storage. One piece of luggage and one backpack. That's all I got. Dun, 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 dun. I have arrived. Wait for the ding. Wait for the ding. And wait for the ding. I'm waiting for the ding. Okay, there was no ding. There it is. There was the ding. Look at that one being taxied out, being pushed back by a little tugboat looking vehicle. See ya. Bye. Hey, thank you. Very bumpy landing. That was the most turbulent landing that I've had in a while. I mean, it wasn't anything out of control, but definitely more turbulent than normal. They have an entire store called Visit Salt Lake, where you can get all kind of different items from Salt Lake. There's a Utah hat over here, mighty mountains, picturesque canyons. Happiness dwells in Utah. All kind of merchandise, t-shirts and coffee mugs and all kind of things. Little bottle openers. Even some sweatshirts up here. I kind of like this baseball style jersey. Urban, energetic, thriving. This is Salt Lake. And I now have to go towards ground transportation to get another rental car. So I dropped off one rental car in Orange County, picking up another one here in Salt Lake. This is a little bit of a walk over to the ground transportation. They had a couple walkways that were like moving walkways, but now it's just straight floor. This is a very, very beautiful airport. Look at this, look at the walls up here, the very unique artistic design up here on this little, I want to call it a courtyard, but this little walkway. Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Check out this bear in the Halloween spirit. You look like I feel like this bear has enjoyed a toffee or two, a couple of chocolate bars. Look tired, bear. Oh, this says no re-entry past this point. Oh, look at this. There's like triple doors. This is like a fun house, like something out of a fair. But once these doors close, you can't get back in unless you go through the checkpoint the other way. Oh, there's the greeting room. Someone's going to greet me over here. Look at this. This is the greeting room. I don't think there's anyone here to greet me though. Very, very fancy. It's very artistic. through here. Kind of artsy through this little section. For example, over here near the escalators, take a look at this artistic piece stretching all the way. It looks like something that, like, little shards that Clark Kent used for create the Fortress of Solitude. These kind of like little cylinder pieces that he stuck in the ice, and then Fortress of Solitude came out of the ground. Maybe that's how this airport was built. Clark Kent built it. I don't know what I'm saying. I really do love traveling. It's fascinating how you could be in one place and then later in the afternoon you could be in a totally different state, totally different city, totally different area. Now, I never really have one particular airline that I fly. Today, it just happened to be Delta. All right, that was quick and easy. Now heading down to the bottom level, pick up my rental car. Piece of cake. Well, the car's a car, not a piece of cake, but just saying. All right, relatively simple. I am now behind the wheel of what they refer to as a compact SUV. I'll have that during the tenure of my time in the Salt Lake City area. General Salt Lake City area. Out of the shadows. Into the sun. Got the window down. It feels a little warmer here than it did in Southern California. But kind of about the same. That I have never flown into the Salt Lake City airport. Now, I was in Salt Lake City, gosh, 3, 4, 5 months ago. I've kind of lost track of time. But I drove my car, my personal vehicle, cross country from Florida all the way over to California. Well, to Illinois first, and then across to California, Northern California, and then down Southern California, and then out here to Salt Lake. So I had my own car. So I didn't fly in. This is the first time I've ever flown in to Salt Lake. That's why that airport was kind of new to me. Check another airport off my list. I'm pretty sure I'm good to park here. Yeah, I think I can park here. No semis. I have a compact SUV, according to the rental car company. So I'm allowed to park here. This is just going to be a short and sweet travel flight video. But I'll be around Salt Lake for a series of days. At least a series of days. And speaking of days, that's going to do it for today. There goes a semi there that just passed by. Hopefully it's not turning in here and attempting to park here. A lot of semis going by. I'll see you in the next video. I am now in Salt Lake City, Utah. The vlog is over.